Hi, this is Mary from Open Helix with this week's Tip of the Week. If you're seeing this tip someplace else, please be sure to come back by our blog at blog.openhelix.com for additional details. I'll provide links to the resource I'm talking about today, links to related items, and so on. So check us out at blog.openhelix.com. For this week's tip, I am going to focus on Nowomics. Nowomics is a tool that I learned about recently. It's a freely available tool that will let you create searchable, ongoing feeds of information about genes, proteins, as you can see here, or gene ontology terms or processes that will let you keep up with data that's new in your field that's relevant to your research. The cool thing about this is I use some of these types of tools already. I use my NCBI tools at NCBI, and I use the MIM-Match tool at OMIM to keep up with certain types of information. But Nowomics has a different set of data sources, and I'm going to take a look at that in a minute. What I just want to stress is that you can search for these types of things. You can search for gene symbols as they illustrate here, or a term like transcription factor binding. That would be one of the gene ontology types of terms. You can perform a search like that right from the top here, or you can create a standing search that will regularly check for changes in these different data sources that are available at Nowomics and inform you by email that there's new data for you to look at. So that's one of the really helpful things about this. Not only can you search for this at Nowomics, you can also keep a regular feed available, and I'll show you the feed in just a minute. But first, let's take a look at the data sources. At the top here, I'm going to click the link for data sources to show you what's currently available. Now, I should mention that this is a new tool, and as you can see here, it says this is an alpha version, and this is the collection of data sources that they're using right now. But the Nowomics team is really interested in your feedback. If there's other types of data that would be helpful for you in your research, check it out and offer them that kind of information. They're interested in hearing from you. In addition to traditional literature types of searches, what you can do at Nowomics is you can also search for other types of information. As you can see, a lot of information now on model organisms, but that could expand over time. And there's other types of information too. Here you see the BioGrid search is available that will search for protein-protein information. If there's a protein you're interested in, and you're interested in the partners that it might be interacting with, you can regularly keep an eye on BioGrid by using the Nowomics service to do that. There's other types of information, as you can see here, genome-wide association studies, other types of things in the various species databases or from text mining. So there's different types of non-traditional sources that are available for you here in Nowomics, which is really cool. I've also recommended that it would be great for a couple of other types of expansions too. I would like to see more agriculture literature available because that's one of the things that's a little bit harder to search. I also think it would be great if there were other non-traditional sources like Figshare. If you could search through the Figshare feeds and see if there's something relevant to your topic of interest, your gene ontology terms of interest, or your genes of interest, that would be great. Or on the archive servers, the preprint servers that are now available, that could all be collected here for you at Nowomics if those types of searches are also available. There's some great opportunity here. There's great existing opportunities now with the items that are available here, but there's a lot of chance for this to build out into something that's really useful. Those are the data sources. I want to check out a news feed though. So as I mentioned, I can store items that will be regularly searched for me by the Nowomics tool. They shoot me an email and remind me to come back and look. And so I've set up search terms that include Go terms, as you can see here. So I've got several Go terms that are regularly searched for me. And I've got some genes that I'm interested in, so those are regularly searched for me as well. And the results of this are always available. I can click or unclick any of these to see specific items, of course. And there's also, as you can see below, there are filters here that you can choose to click or unclick. And what you find in the results list is that there's the latest information. You can see the latest information here, or you could click over to the popular tab and see, based on some altmetrics information, what's popular in this topic area that you're currently looking at. But I'll just stick with the latest information right now. What you're doing is you're looking through the information that's available here that comes through about your genes of interest, and there might also be other features. For example, this one has been tweeted, so maybe someone in your field was interested in this. You can check that out. So let's also open this up and take a look at what's available within the abstract area, and it tells you with the highlighting what was searched and selected for you and collected into your results list. You have context for the information that was collected here, so that's helpful as well. With the Nowomics news feed, you can store these types of information, regularly collect new data about them, and being reminded of them by email as well. So that's a very handy thing. Check out Nowomics, try them out, set up a couple of feeds, start looking around, and you can learn more about their goals and the things that they're doing by following them on their blog, and you can follow them on their Twitter feed as well. Check out Nowomics and keep on top of various different types of data that might be useful for your research. Thanks very much for your time.